Good afternoon and welcome to the 1989 Reserves Grand Final between Ramblers and Tumby Bay. Play about to get underway. There goes the siren. Umpire throws the ball up. Ball's nullified, knocked away. Ramblers takes possession. Kicks it forward, and there's a good mark taken at centre half forward there by Mark Crittenden. Across to Blacker, he misses it. Tapped away by Rob Laurie. Trev Franklin picks up. There's a bit of a scramble, it's centre half forward. The ball's knocked out there. There's been a free given. It's Doug Dowdle. Kicking in along towards goal now, towards Nagel. Almost marks him behind. In fact, he's been paid. Only 10 yards out, 45-degree angle. Should put the first score on the board for Ramblers. Lining up now, very deliberate. And he's put it through for the first goal to Ramblers.
Ready to restart play again. Umpire Davey throws the ball up. Trelaw in ruck. Long punch into the centre half forward area. Ball comes out to the wing. Jeff Laurie streaking out down the wing. Ready to deliver it long right foot kick into the half forward area. Spike Fitzgerald misses it. Tackled by on Mick Lee. Michael Butler weaving. Onto the right foot, passes off into the forward pocket. And a diving mark, great diving mark taken there by Jeff Laurie. Button up, can't take the mark. King kicks left foot. Lockwood pushed off the ball. Malcolm Lowby left foot. Cox first touch of the ball. Burst through the first tackle, left foot, high kick into the centre. No one seems to want it. Butler dodges, he's tackled hard. Cox in hard again, he's tackled, dispossessed. Stacks on the mill. Dowdle comes up with the ball. Black has been played a free kick. He dodges around the man on the mark. Left foot kick into the half forward area. Bubbles Bellinger's got control of the ball, kicks long towards the square. Under it's Paul Lowby, but they're taking a mark over the top again. It's John Nagel. Nagel kicking from almost the identical position where he got the first goal a few moments ago. Wind coming across the ground. He's kicking right into the teeth of it. And I think he's kicked that straight through for Ramblers' second goal. Good start by Ramblers. They haven't started well all year, and this is good football from them.
Throw up again, Higgins and Trelaw. Trelaw gets a tap, 3 in a row. Higgins recovers onto his right foot, looking for Murphy on the flank. He overruns the ball. Button in front, plays the ball in front. It's a short little kick looking for Trelaw. He can't pick it up. Higgins comes in with a good bump. Handball's out looking for Partington. Dodges onto his right foot. It's a scrubby old kick across to Butler. Weaves around, looks in forward now. It's a poor kick. Crittenden tries to get the ball out, but a scramble develops, and there'll be another bounce up on the half-forward left flank into Tumby's attacking zone. Umpire throws the ball up again. King goes for the tap, but it's knocked out to Crittenden. Across to onto his left foot there, Malcolm Lowby. Sudden in front, no one can mark it. Butler takes it off hands. Across now looking for Webb. He's got the ball, but he's onto his right foot. It's a scrambly old kick in towards the forward lines. Webb follows up well, can't pick the ball up. Scrambly passage of play. Good handball out there by Gooden. And a snap point. Sorry, it's out of bounds, I think. Bringing the back ball now, it'll be Gooden to kick in. Right in the back pocket. Kicks wide out on that outer flank. Craig Franks on the ball, takes a good solid mark. Goes back now looking for a lead. And towards the centre half forward position. Wynn catching the ball, drops short, off hands from Gooden. Michael Butler in after the ball, can't pick it up. It's Gooden again, playing well. Comes off to Mark Crittenden, he slips, recovers, tries to handball, it's a bit of a scramble. And there'll be another bounce up. No, there's umpire's blowing the whistle. Comes in now to throw. They're all throwing the ball up, must be the wind. This time Lockwood gets a tap. Franks in front, knocking the ball ahead of him. Mark Lauby taps it on. Ball's knocked out there now, it's a scramble for it. On the left foot there by the Rambler player, Lauby. Jeff Laurie meets the ball under his left foot. It's a poor kick. Ramblers go forward now. Mark Crittenden again. There'll be another throw up just in the attacking side for Ramblers, just forward to centre. Slaw against Butler. Gives him a shove out, gets away with it. Handball out by Cave across to Franklin. They're having trouble kicking. Partington traps the ball well onto his right foot. Looking in for Higgins. He gets behind. 23 for Ramblers. Crittenden in front, knocks the ball out. Crittenden in again. It's good in this time. He's tackled well and he's gone for holding the ball. It's Julian Webb. Tight on angle in the right forward pocket. Kicking into the teeth of the wind. Should get the distance all right, but it'll be a hard kick from here. Tumby need this one to rally. It's a good kick off the boot. The umpire doesn't move and it's put it through for Tumby's first goal. It's Ramblers leading 2 goals. Tumby Bay 1 goal.
Mistake there by Gooden in the back pocket. Held onto the ball too long. Ball goes up. Paul Lauby in ruck this time. Cox goes up too. Comes out to Doug Dowdle. He kicks. Smothered well by the Tumby player there, Tony Higgins. Butler's got the ball. He always looks poised. Kicks the ball out to the wing. Created space. Jeff Laurie takes off. He's about to be run down, and he is very well by Dave Guydra. Ball comes out, however. Lockwood's got it. Kicks to the pocket. They're kicking to the dead pocket at this stage. Gooden chasing the ball, but it's going to beat them both out of bounds. No, it's still in. Good. Comes back to Gooden. He ducks under the tackle. It's been paid high. Bit lucky perhaps. Seemed to duck the head a bit. It's been paid. He'll relieve for Ramblers. Kicks high. Half-foot area. Black is underneath the ball. Goes up one hand. Comes off hand. Butler again on the left foot. Kicks into the centre half forward area, but straight to Tony Button. Takes a good falling mark there. He goes back. Kicks to the dead side of the ground. Pringle's garage. Up goes Paul Lauby. Over the top was Partington. He couldn't bring it down either. Tackle there from Bellinger on the Tumby player. The ball rolls out of bounds in Tumby's right half forward flank. Umpire throws the ball in. Wind obviously difficult for the players. Ball knocked down. Blacker reads it cleverly. Gets onto the right foot. A scrubby old kick into the centre. Looking for Creeper. He couldn't pick it up. A handball from Cox just to Lauby. He was quick. Now that's silly play. Lauby had the free kick. Paid the penalty. Ball comes out. Dave Creddy standing the mark. On the right side for a right footer. Moves in. That looks pretty good. And he's kicked it. Well done there from Tumby. Mistake by Lowby made out in the wing there.
Richard Murphy.
Straight. So Ramblers opening up well. Tumby replying very quickly. Davey throws the ball up again. Lowby in ruck for Ramblers. Mark Butler high up in the air. He probably won that tap. Scramble of players in there. Lowby delivers the handball. Lowby dodges, ducks, weaves himself into trouble. Gets the left foot kick, however. Mark Creddy picks up. David Guydrick, the handball cleverly to Lowby. Lowby kicks to the true centre half forward position. Tummy player there dropped probably what he should have taken. The ball comes out, however. Laurie kicks to the wing. Lockwood trying to get control of the ball there. Black has got it now. Dodges. He's tackled. Mark Creddy. A lot of handball here. Eventually comes out to Cox. Cox kicks long to the goal face and bounces through for a point. Some fast and furious play here. Southern to kick in, I think. Kicks to the centre half forward area. Higgins, I think it is there. Over his head. Comes to Craig Franks. He gets the handball out under severe pressure. Lowby's in there. He overruns the ball. Blacker throws the ball out. Franks again, right foot kick, using this space very well. Laurie's got an absolute paddock, can't get control of the ball. Bellinger's trying to run him down, not quick enough. Gets the handball out to the centre. Ian Creeper in the front, pushed in the back. Ball comes back to Ian Creeper. Onto the left boot, comes out to the attacking side wing. A lot of jostling there, Crittenden under the ball.
Tony Higgins.
Comes out to Tony Higgins. Tony Higgins tackled high by Cox. Malcolm Lowby standing the mark. Kicks high to the centre half forward area. Dave Creddy the spoiler. Ian Creeper in there. Mick Lee gives the handball over the top to Cox. Wasn't a great handball. Left foot kick finds
Over to Murphy.
Murphy in the pocket. If he can get control of this, it does just inside. Shows Creddy the ball. Creddy forcing him wide all the time. Inboard they come. Handball wasn't really what he needed. Off quickly. Probably a push in the back. In goes Blacker again. Butler met heavily there by Cox. A tackle again by Cox. Too high on Tony Higgins. Higgins will go back to take his kick. He's on the left half forward flank. He delivers the ball quickly. Richard Murphy's out there. Clever evasion. Kicks right to the goal face and a long kick, long and high. Scramble of players out there. It's tight stuff. A left foot snap. And he's got it. That's a great kick. Trevor Franklin, under all sorts of pressure, banged it on the boot against the wind of the dead pocket. That was a great kick. Once again, a free kick costing Ramblers. Giving away the easy free kick, costing Ramblers again. Ramblers 2 goal 1-13. Tumby Bay 3 straight 18.
Throw up again. So Higgins against Darlis. Darlis gets a tap in towards Cox. He knocks it on with his left hand. Ian Creeper gets it onto his left foot. And a good pass to Doug Dowdle. In centre half forward position. Looking in long. Nagel dropping back. Gives Clinton Dunn a little nudge. Off hands there now. It's a bit of a scrambly passage. Cave handballs out. Across to Laurie. He's too slow again. Good tackle by Nagel there. Bubbles in there with a good hip and shoulder. Nagel in for the ball. Taps it on in front of him. Lockwood has possession and the ball's forced out of bounds. And the half forward left flank, Ramblers attacking. Yeah. Higgins gets the tap. Across to Jeff Laurie. He can't control it and is forced out of bounds. Thrown once again. Higgins versus Treloar. Comes across to David Butler. Has one bounce. Kicks a long screw punt. Franklin makes front position. Mick Lee and Button handball, but it's intercepted by Watson. He handballs across now to Webb, who runs around. A good handball across there to Partington, who's by himself. He shoots for goal. and he's offline to the left. Good passage of play there, but not finished off there. Takes the scores to 3-1 to 2-1 in Tumby Bay's favour. Kick out now by Gooden. Finds Dave Critty on the back pocket. He looks wide. Cross there, Joe Blacker spoils. Scrambly passage. Black has been free for too high. Using his bearings. Half back flank. Looking for a lead down the wing. Keeps the ball down there wide. Cox over the back. Can't control it. Tapped on by Ramblers. In hard as Higgins. Good handball out there by Treloar. Doug Dowdle takes possession. He's tackled. Cave in front. Good handball out. Goes to nobody. Jeff Laurie taps it on to Southern. He can't control it. Fighting each other, but Franks has tackled without out the ball and he'll get a free. He goes short there now. And almost a good mark by Butler, but he drops it at the last minute and he's freed for too high. Bit fortunate there. He took a hard one, but I think the Rambler bloke was actually going for the ball. However, the free was there. Buddy's pointing to his face and showing it. Cox standing the mark. It's a poor kick. Lauby in front. Can't take position, but he's pushed in the back and he'll take the free. Just backward of the wing. Getting up pretty slowly. It's like Brett Kerr. Dave Crittenden will take the kick. It's a wobbly old kick. Mark Crittenden drops what he should have marked off the chest. Cave in with good use of the body. Across to Watson. He's tackled. Treloar, good tackle. Butler picks it up. Off the side of his boot. Button going for it. He's in control. Can't pick it up. He's got it now. Tries to handball. Gets it away. But Franklin in front. Kicks it with a little stab pass off the ground. Across to Webb. Eventually picks it up. Looking for Lockwood on the half-forward flank. He picks it up. Dodges back onto his left foot. Handballs. Tony Gooden gets it. His ball smothered off the boot by King. Gooden again. Could have been one in the back there, but his umpire's going to bounce. Right forward pocket. Tumby attacking. Throws up now. John Treloar in again. Taps a good tap across there to Joe Blacker. He kicks it long back to the wing. The only one there is Andrew Higgins. Rides a good bump. Jeff Laurie tackled. Too slow once again to get rid of the ball. On the Ramblers. On the wing. Cox comes through. He's clear now. It's a high kick. Not a good kick at all. Out in the full. He had an open paddock to go for there and he blazed away and the wind took the ball out. But Ramblers have gone from defence to attack. Only 40 yards around the left forward flank. Throwing now. Southern's got the ball, knocked away from him. Lauby it is. Franks overruns the ball. Southern has a chance to pick up. Back onto his right foot. Goes back looking for Lockwood. He's taking a good mark. Goes fast onto his left foot. Back onto the right. It's a good pass to Murphy. Beautiful pass. Murphy back to Lockwood, looking for Lockwood. It was a terrible handball. John Treloar's taken possession with a good tackle by Craig Franks. Ian Creeper, yeah, dodges around. Good handball out. Crittenden across back to Treloar. Looks in long forward, looking for Paul Lauby. He overruns it. Fidge running the ball. It's kicked dangerously across towards the centre, but Cave's there for Tumby. He'll take a free. He's played on to Southern. Southern out towards the wing now, looking for Murphy. And he's taken a good mark against Spike Fitzgerald. Murphy short to Lockwood. It's a high kick, but he's taken a good mark. Goes back looking for a lead. Down the wing now, looking for Partington. And it's a real good mark by Partington. Uses his body well against Crittenden. And Critty. Sorry, it's Brett Kersley, and he's given away a 15 metre. Partington lays the ball off to Butler, and he's taken a mark. Probably a little bit too far out to score. If he gives it his best shot, he'll be close. Half forward left flank, shoots for goal now. It's a good looking kick. It's fading away to the right, and it's a point only.
Gooden kicks in, long centre half forward, big kick. High, ups Blacker, ball comes to ground in, Creepers in there for Ramblers. Butler hand passes off. Laurie gets a rushed kick, over the top's high. Through comes Butler, gives off a clever handball to Watson. Watson under pressure towards the line, Kersley kicks off the ground. Out of bounds on the half forward right flank, Tumby Bay. Wind obviously proving to be a problem for a lot of the players here. Ball holding up into the breeze. It's been a fairly hard physical opening, but as you'd expect from these two sides. Lauby tries to take the ball out of the air, comes to ground. In the crush there is Watson. He's tackled, but he gets his handball away. Butler cleverly on the left foot. He snapped, and he snapped truly. That's a great kick from Butler. Tumby's small men, and their run seems to be causing a few problems at the moment. Takes Tumby Bay onto 4 goals 2. Ramblers 2 goals 1. Yeah. Umpire Dobie throws the ball up again. Ball comes down to Cox on the right foot. It's a scrubby kick, comes to Paul Creeper. He drops what he should have taken, had control, comes to his brother Ian. He paddles the ball out in there, Stephen Schultz. He's going in hard for the ball. Tackle high there on Tony Higgins by Ian Creeper was too high. Kick comes out to the wing, it's high. Underneath the ball, Brett Kersley spoils. It's 2-1. Shepherd's good. Handball comes off to Southern. It's intercepted there by Schultz. Southern tackled. Probably dropped the ball. Crowd felt excited about that decision. Southern pulling himself up rather gingerly. Umpire throws the ball up again. Lauby wins that tap, comes straight to Blaker. He jams it on the boot quickly into the half-forward area. Creddy underneath the ball. Probably a high tackle there. Passed off to Laurie. Kicked high. Centre half-forward. A great mark taken by Watson. He gets off the handball again. It's high. Puts the player under pressure. He's good enough to get out of it. Left foot kick comes to the tree. Franklin's got space. Kicks the ball long, but score won't register as it goes too long. Umpires are going to register it. Kicks it about 3 minutes after the bell. So the score at quarter time, Tumby Bay, a good opening, 4 goals, 3-27. Ramblers 2 goals straight, 12.
Play about to commence for the start of the second quarter now.
Davies the blonde umpire. Franklin's.
Umpire Davey about to throw the ball up. It's Trelaw against Higgins. Higgins more or less gets the tap out. It's back to Trelaw. Good thump forward now. Cave in to meet the ball onto his left foot. John Trelaw in the road and takes a good mark for Ramblers. Goes wide now.
Dave Guy.
Looking for Dave Guidra. Ball almost beats him out of bounds. He's kicked into the man on the mark, and the ball's out on the right forward flank for Ramblers. There'll be another throw in. Laura in front. It's a good tap down towards Blacker. He overruns the ball. Tony Higgins onto his left foot, looking for Franklin. Picks it up now. Handball back to Craig Franks. It's good football. He goes in looking towards centre half forward. It's a short kick, but a good lead by King. Fumbles the ball a bit, but eventually takes a good mark. Crittenden standing the mark. King looking in forward. It's a wobbly old kick and a good mark taken by Gooden. Played well in the last game I saw him play, and he's on the same vein again today. He kicks out the back flank looking for Black, and he spoils Murphy. Tackle there, but looks like it's too high. Doug Dowdle to take the ball in the back pocket. Goes wide to that outer, looking the outer wing there, looking for John Trelaw. He bodies Franks out of it. Lockwood, was it Franklin in now? And Dave Creddy takes a good mark in the fence. Onto his right foot, little short chip to Doug Dale. He's off straight away onto his right foot. Goes wide, looking for Cox. Handball's out, and he goes from wing up to half forward, looking for Ian Creeper. Rob Laurie bodies him out. It's a race for the ball now. Creeper gets control, handball's out. Butler control, and he's been pinged for holding the ball by Paul Lowy. As Bubbles Bellinger's got the free. Half forward right for Ramblers. He'll be looking for John Nagle, no doubt. Kicks the ball in high, giving Nagle a chance to use his height. But it's Lowy in front and takes a mark. He'll be on a tight angle, but only metres out from goal. Won't be an easy kick from here. He's been sent right around there by the umpire. He might do a Peter Endersby check side here if he's good enough. The ball's gone across ground where Paul Creeper and Jeff Laurie fight for it. It's gone out of bounds once again, the left forward pocket this time. Ramblers in attack. Throw in again, it's Lowy in front position. Tries to grab the ball out of the air. Nagle, handball, was punched away from him by Clinton Dunn. On the side able to gain control at the moment. King in front. Dave Dowdle out with the handball. Kicked away there by Fidge. John Trelaw by himself. Runs in towards the goal. It's a long kick and a good straight kick. Poor kick there by Fidge. Out of the back lines, didn't look. And John Trelaw made the most of that mistake. And Ramblers have got the opening goal again. There's a Tumby player down here on the half-back flank. Can't see who it is, but he doesn't look all that fit at the moment. Andrew Higgins is. Back to the centre now. Trelaw gets the tap, looking for Cox. Guidra gets it. Handballs are smothered by Jeff Laurie now onto his left foot. Looking for Julian Webb, but in chips Gooden again. Take another good saving mark. Centre half back position. He'll go long. She does, towards the centre. Cox, yes, good mark. Judge the better. The umpire's called play on, but I'd have called that a mark. A beautiful tackle there by Michael Butler. The umpire's going to make up for his mistake, and he's given a free that I couldn't really pick out. Creeper kicks it. Creeper's marked the ball onto his left foot. In towards the full forward position now. Nagle with a good tap over the back. And a Spellinger with a handball out. Dave Dowdle, good shepherd. Goes in again with a handball. Back out to, can't pick that player up for Ramblers. John Trelaw with a handball out. It's Dowdle again. He's tackled too high but plays on. And he's kicked a good goal, yes. Great passage of play there. Dowdle, perseverance. He was in 2 or 3 times. And Ramblers right back in this game now. Only 2 points of difference.
Northern end, obviously the scoring end, and Ramblers coming out a much more determined side, playing the ball. Trelaw started to show a bit more influence in the game. Gydra got into it in the first few minutes of the quarter. Umpire Franklin throws the ball up. It's Trelaw in ruck. He takes the ball out of the air. It's a long handball looking for Gydra. He can't quite take it. He's good enough to recover though. Kicks left foot there to Brett Kersley. He traps the ball, punches it along the ground there. Southern tackled very high by John Nagel. Nagel unhappy about some of the treatment he's got early, and poor old Solos piped that. He kicks long onto the dead half-back flank. Blacker chasing it in vain. Out of bounds. Umpire to throw it in. Thrown high in again. Butler tries to come over Trelaw. Comes out to Watson. Watson handballs on, looking for Murphy. Murphy unable to trap the ball. Kicked long and out of bounds on the full by Spike Fitz there. Butler to kick in the ball. Bellinger standing the mark. Not all that keen about giving the ball back, and the umpire takes a fairly dim view of it. Butler plays on, kicks to Southern. Southern kicks long onto the wing. Fitzgerald unable to take the mark. Murphy, control of the ball. Hand passes off to Watson. Watson tackled. Ball comes free. Stacks on the mill in there. Fitzgerald struggling on the ground. Gets it dispossessed. Ian Creeper comes out with the ball. Umpire to ball up. Watson kicks left foot, looking for Butler down there on the half-forward flank, but he can't. He can't take the ball. Out of bounds again. High into the air again. Trelaw wins down to Ian Creeper. Ian Creeper taps along the ground looking for Blacker. Blacker gains control. He ducks into the tackle. Tackled probably high. Receiving some attention that he's not all that happy about. Goes back to take his kick now. Blacker kicks looking for Cox. Cox drops what he should have taken off the chest. Dave Gydra there patting the ball in front of him. He's receiving a fair amount of attention. Pushes the ball out to Trelaw, but umpires paid a holding the man decision. Gydra on the true wing position. Kicks in towards centre half forward. Under the ball, it's Brett Kersley. Jeff Laurie takes a mark in front of him. Kersley Laurie kicks into the true centre position. Easy mark taken by Partington. Partington shapes for the handball, kicks high into the air. Not unsure what he was going to do. Button under the ball takes a good mark under a lot of pressure. He gets the ball out quickly, looking for Malcolm Lowby. He's back on the ground. Lowby's got some space and some time here. Lowby left foot kick, looking for Paul Lowby. Some heavy work going in there for Brett Kersley. Brett Kersley gets the handball out. John Trelaw's run into the space. Trelaw lines up, kicks. It's just off to the right. See the strength of the wind there. Had time to steady. Clinton Dunn kicks in. A long kick. Underneath it's Joe Blacker. Joe Blacker. Cox trying to bend the laws of football there. He should know better. Goes back to Joe Blacker. He kicks a low scrubby kick. Kersley goes in hard for the ball. Without it, unfortunately. Tapped on cleverly by Paul Creeper. In there against Malcolm Lowby. Under a lot of pressure there is the Tumby player. Gydra wins out. Doug Dowdle comes in, tries to sell the dummy. Walks straight into the David Butler tackle. It's lucky there probably to get the free. He did. Clumsy was a bit tackled. Should have been probably holding the ball. He's got the ball over. Kicks long for Doug. Ball's very high. Nagel's underneath it. Spills out of his arms. The ball's running free. In comes Nagel. A big hip and shoulder there. There's no malice in that. Dowdle's got the ball. Hands umpires paid a free. I'm not sure what that was for. And Cox will get free. Cox, a short stab kick looking for Treloar. There's big men fly up there. Out comes Laurie, but unfortunately kicks straight to Joe Blacker. He twists, ducks on the left foot. Umpires given a free against Watson there. It'll be free down ground. Cox will take it. Cox passes off quickly, looking for Dave Crittenden. The kick's not good. And a clever mark taken by Jeff Laurie. Good mark under a lot of pressure. Jeff Laurie's going to relieve. Comes out to the attacking side. Not sure his coach would be pleased about that. Malcolm Lowry's flying for the ball. Punched away cleverly by Watson. Watson's on the boundary line. He kicks inboard. Underneath the ball. And well marked by Craig Franks. Looking for the 15 metres. Umpire's having none of that. Gives the ball back. Franks unsure what to do. Sides now. Kicks long. The attacking side. Big men fly up. Goes Gooden. Gooden spoils from behind. Recovering first is King for Tumby Bay. He's got a free for holding the man. Runs around the man on the mark. Kicks into the pocket. Underneath that is Mark Crittenden. Over his head. Crittenden again. Pushes it out. Button. He'll kick for the line. Gooden the racehorse. He's got control of the ball. Falls at the most inopportune moment. The scramble on the boundary line. Pushed out by Franklin. In there is Button. Ball's been forced out. Scrambly's passage of play.
Throw in now. Lockwood over the top. Partington against Gydra. Blacker picks the ball up. Comes out with a good handball to Dowdle. Lowby can't control the ball. Tony Higgins picks it up now. Looks wide. Out into the flank for Lockwood, who's found a lot of space. He's usually a good kick. Lines up for goal. And from there, that was an excellent kick. Good play by Tony Higgins. Good vision. He saw Lockwood make the space. And a good control goal by Lockwood. Takes Tumby to 5-3. Ramblers 4-2. And there's nothing in this game. Neither side able to really get away at this stage. Whichever side can make that break and take it out. Back to the centre now. Franklin throws the ball up. It's Lowby against Butler. Butler on to Franklin. Partington can't mark it. Fights for it on the ground. Blacker in there for Ramblers. Knocks it out. It's a bit of a scrambly passage in the sand patch. Kicked on by Ramblers. Button going for the ball. He can't control it. Spike fits onto his left foot, but it goes the other way. Partington drops one. Lockwood in now. Onto his left. Up in the air. Butler goes for it. He spoiled well. Craig Franks off the pack onto his left foot. King in the race for the ball. Handball out. The Cromer onto his left foot with a snap. A good defensive work there. Couldn't see it was, but eventually a good snap by Murphy on his right foot, and another goal to Tumby. Wind not really seems to be favouring either end. It's pretty well straight across the ground, pretty gusty. Umpire Davey comes in, throws up. Treloar, decisive knock, but it goes straight to Franks. He has a lucky kick into Franklin. Franklin looks long, floating kick. King has the run of the ball. Invades Gooden, but it's a poor kick off the beat. And goes out of bounds on the full. Didn't steady there, should have at least got a point. Dave Crittenden will be kicking in from the back pocket. right against the point post, right-hand pocket for Tumby. Blacker making a lead, but he goes short to Gooden. He'll go back now. Malcolm Lowby on the wing, but he ignores that player. Now can't make his mind up. Now he kicks out towards the half-back flank, looking for Treloar. He's in front with the ball sport from him. Mick Lee's got it, a little short chip into Malcolm Lowby and marks the ball. He'll go back, looking to play on quickly onto his left foot. Cox can't mark it. It's Craig Finks over the back. He fumbles, dodges around. Creeper intercepts. That's Kersley, the run of the ball, using his strength, but Cave doing a good job. Good tussle there between those two at the moment. Kersley with a good handball out. Treloar, Rob Laurie and picks it up now. It's a floating old kick and Butler marks it. Centre wing. Looking for Partington now. He was by himself but didn't judge it. Blacker dodges around. He's caught. Forced out of bounds by Partington. Joe tried to do a little bit too much on that occasion. Button contesting. Butler over the top. Knocks it on again. Blacker a little bit high there. Wasn't much in it. He was contesting the ball, but it was definitely high. Butler across to Lockwood. Onto his left foot. Goes in towards the centre. Half forward looking for King. Gooden spoils well. Spike Fitz can't control it. Butler's in there for Tumby. Kicked away there by the Rambler player. I couldn't see who that was. Tony Higgins gains control. He kicks it in forward again. But Gooden looks like he's going to... No, he's dropped this one. Partington on his right. It's a good snap from there, but it's 1 point only. Tumby doing the attacking now. Over to you, Cameron.
Tumby getting a run on the last few minutes. Gooden to kick in. Kicks to the dead side of the ground. It's a long kick. Nest of Tumby players there. Treloar's up. Unable to take it. Gydra comes out with the ball. He fumbles. Dowdle's in there fighting for it, but out comes Tony Higgins with the ball. Casually puts the left foot kick on the boot. Gooden spoils the kick in the pocket. And Spike Fitz kicking close to the boundary, but taken again by Higgins. Higgins looking for a lead. Passes inboard, but intercepted well there by Blacker. He's read the ball very well. He comes out wide looking for Malcolm Lowby. Malcolm waits for the ball to bounce. Intercepted by Tumby Payne. Stephen Schultz in there. He races away from the pack, kicks long towards Kersley. Kersley bodies the Tumby player out there. Southern recovers, puts the handball out. Race for the ball here. Cave gets some space, puts the handball over to Franks. Franks has got some time to look up, chased by Paul Creeper. Paul Creeper unable to stop that flow of play. Webb trying to do too much. He's caught by good persistent tackling there by Mark Creddy. Mark Creddy gets it over to Malcolm Lowby. Malcolm Lowby stopping his tracks there. Good sensible footy. Lowby goes long looking for Kersley. Kersley caught under the ball. He recovers. In there's Bubbles Bellinger. He ducks and weaves. He kicks into the forward pocket looking for Nagel. Kick was short. First recover of Southern. Southern no doubt will look for the boundary line here. Handball's over the top to Rob Laurie. Handball wasn't good. Rob Laurie trying to get control of the ball. Quite happy to see that padded out of bounds in the left forward pocket for Ramblers. Ball thrown in there. Take that with little pressure. Kicked high. Paul Creeper underneath the ball, contesting with Brenton Lockwood. Takes the mark. Superior height showing up there. Tries to play on. Well defended there by Paul Creeper. Good pressure. Ball once again out of bounds. Treloar to contest. Ball goes in high. Comes off Lowby's not insignificant chest. Webb picks up the crumbs, kicks into the centre. There's a big space here. Michael Lee in the race for the ball. Murphy grabs the ball. Right hand kick. Partington finding space again. On the right half forward flank. He's a fair way out. He reckons he can kick it. It's a beautiful kick. He's put in the right spot. Coming back with the wind. But just on the goal line. Intercept there by Kramer. Holds on to the ball for a while. Handball comes out. Series of Butler. Through to King. Murphy takes the chest mark there. Ball floated across the face of goal. line up, runs around his mark, kicks deliberately. Goal umpire having a few problems there. Recovers well, signals the goal. Crowd almost invading the oval there. Goal umpire having a few problems. So it's Tumby Bay getting a bit of a run on the last few minutes. 7-3, 45. Straight kicking. Ramblers 4 goals 2. Kersley now at centre half forward for Ramblers. They've made that move. Mark Cretton been switched to centre half back. Darlett's on the ground for the first time. He wins the knockout. Ball comes out to Stephen Schultz. He's unable to control it. Receiving a lot of close attention. Good body work there by Schultz. However, the ball comes out. Cave gets the ball. His kick's smothered. Ball taken by Geiger. Geiger looks deliberately, looking for Nagel. Nagel takes a good mark over his immediate opponent there. Clinton Dunn just caught under the ball a bit there. Seems to be holding up a bit into the breeze. Nagel the focal point. He would only be about 12 metres out. Very slight angle. Moves through the ball well. Umpire had to trot to the left there a fair way, but Nagel steered that one through. Okay, so quick reply there from Ramblers, but the ball not moving through the centre or through their forward lines like it was earlier on. 5 goals 2-32. Ramblers 7-4. Tumby Bay.
Yeah, it's good play there by Nagel. Judged the ball better and he doesn't miss too many. That's 3 goals to him now. Back at the centre now. Franklin throws the ball up. Lauby gets the Darlett's on the ball now. I get those two confused. They're both big heavyweights. It's Schultz onto his right foot, looking for Bubbles Bellinger. Ball going towards the boundary and runs out and beats both players over the line. Half forward right, Ramblers in attack. Throw in again. Tap indecisive. Schultz tries to pick it up for Ramblers. He's tackled and he's been pinged for holding the ball. Pretty tough on that decision, but he did take a bit long to get rid of it. Watson will take the free. Half-back flank for Tumby. He goes wide. It's a floating old kick. Blacker in front. The sport by Murphy. Punched over the top there by Craig Franks. Creeper picks the ball up. Kersey in front, but a good punch by Cave. Picked up by Creeper. Forward for Ramblers. Rob Laurie can't control the ball. Clinton Dunn comes out to meet it. He's met well, but gets the handball out. The scrambly passes now. Dowdle on the bottom of the pack. And there'll be another throw up. Only 45 metres out, half forward right for Ramblers. It's Butler against Trelaw, indecisive. Southern gets the tap out wide, looking for Butler onto his left foot. He goes towards the wing. Spike Fitzgerald in front. Knocks the ball ahead of him, gains a few yards. Ball very wide now and runs out of bounds once again on the half forward right, about 40 metres around. And there goes the siren for half time. Scores Tumby Bay 7-4, Ramblers 5-2. Still nothing in the game. We should be set for a good second half.
And umpire Franklin throws the ball up for the start of the second quarter. Should be a real crackerjack game. The first half played at really good pace. Ball comes out from Franklin to Cretton and he marks at centre half back. Gets rid of the ball quickly, comes out of the wing looking for Lauby. It's over his head. Missed there by Tony Higgins. Blacker over the ball, ridden into the ground. And umpire Davey pays that free kick. Probably benefit a bit of experience showing there. Over the ball and waited for the tackle to come, and it did. Onto the right foot. Attempted screw punt, wobbles a bit, looking for Darlitz. Darlitz under the ball, and Arnold would take it. Crumbing the pack there was Dowdle. Ball taken off Dowdle by Brett Kersley. Stacks on the middle of the umpire. Franklin again throws the ball up. Butler and Treloar. Butler wins out in that case. Stephen Schultz grabs the ball. He's received a lot of attention there, able to, with pace, to get away onto the left foot, looking out there for Paul Creeper. He looks like he's playing in forward pocket now. Paul Creeper bodied off the ball there well. Handball comes out. Schultz intercepts. Schultz still after the ball. Dowdle in again. He's terrier fashion. Ball comes out from Franklin. A high handball over the top. Gives Lockwood space. He lifts the eyes, has a look onto the right foot. A lovely looking raking kick onto the right half forward flank. Out of bounds, the umpire throw in. Treloar again. Watson nullifies the tap there. Guidra gets a left foot kick high. Tumby Bay there with not a... Tumby Bay there and Fidge. No competition there whatsoever. Kicks the ball high. Big punch there from Blacker. Fidge again gets the ball. A low kick looking in there. Kick over the top. Kramer to Webb. Webb, right foot kicked off, pushed off balance as he kicked. Out of bounds over on the full. Gooden to kick in. It's kicking long to the dead side. Underneath that, Treloar. He's called out. Crittenden smothers the ball there. In after it there is Doug Dowdle. Doug Dowdle in terrier fashion after the ball, pushed off it. Butler with class, left-hand handball. Joe Blacker intercepts that. Lots of screaming to play. Joe Blacker comes out with it eventually, kicks high. Just the attacking side of the centre half forward position. Craig Franks cleverly puts the ball back to Franklin. Franklin kicks, looking intercepted by Gooden. Left foot looking for the boundary. He's in a nest of Tumby Bay players. Webb comes out with it, cleverly handballs, kicks over the top from Lockwood. Ball floating there. King paid the mark. Probably a dubious 10 metres, but he's got the ball in the dead pocket. He's about 30 metres out. It'll be a difficult kick. Making space there. Cleverly is Lockwood. Kicked off. It's going back very deliberately. Have to take a good deal of left-hand post there. He's lining up very deliberately. Wind probably starting to increase a bit in strength, but still across the ground. Keeps it low into the breeze. It's holding up now. Up there is Dave Creddy, off hands, taken cleverly by Guidra. He's tackled fairly high and will receive a free kick. Showing a bit of A-grade experience. Passes off there quickly, looking for Tony Gooden. He's had a ton of kicks today. Really played well. Kicks long, down to the flank. Once again, kicking straight to Tumby Bay players. Tarding takes easy mark. Feeds off there. Look to Lockwood on the left hand, on the left foot. Underneath the ball there was Button. Off hands came to Watson. Gooden in there trying for his side again. Comes to Steve Schultz. He kicks. Underneath that ball is Joe Blacker. Lucky kick probably. He's unable to take it. He's the first one to recover. Left foot kick. Kersley's run into the space. He takes the ball cleanly. Looking for the handball, but decides to kick. Round the body. Out comes Big Mick Darlitz. He can't take the ball. Kicked out from Butler there into the spaces. Paul Creeper's the first player for Ramblers to get to that. He's going to receive some fairly hefty attention there very quickly. Gets his kick away. Around the corner there is Laurie. Kicking it dangerously across goal. Through comes Kersley. Kersley unable to pick it up. He's still on the ball, however. Slips over at the crucial time. Ball comes out from Fidge. In Creeper back in again. Franklin gets the handball out to Cave. Through to Fidge. Well worked out there from there. Lockwood takes the ball. Handballs, long handball over the top. Not taken cleanly, but Butler recovers well. Kicks deliberately that centre half forward. Gooden again under the ball. Dave Pretty first to get that ball as it goes over the top. Kicks out wide looking for Malcolm Lowy. Malcolm Lowy's got some space. He takes a bounce. Closing in now the Tumby players. Blacker underneath the ball. Who take this one easily?
funny signal. The crowd got a bit excited there.
Umpire just getting his hands mixed up there for a moment. They're pointing the wrong way and then giving the wrong decision. But however, holding the ball against Joe Blacker. Kick comes from Southern. It's a great mark, good strong mark coming through there by Tony Button. He goes back to take his kick. Doesn't see a lot of movement. He goes short to Blacker. Blacker takes this one low to the ground. Unable to complete it, unfortunately. Lockwood grabs, kicks long. Looking for Partington. King's got the ball with pace, gets away, hands off cleverly to Butler. Butler, right foot snap. That's good football. Good clean ball handling. And good, quick, decisive movement by Tumby Bay in their forward area. That looked good. And the Rambler defence really under a lot of stretch at the moment. No one in that defence has played really badly, but the ball seems to be coming in so quickly from up ground. They're finding it very, very hard to stop the tide of Tumby Bay runners coming in there. Tony Gooden in particular has worked tirelessly. Dave Creddy, Tony Button have played very well, but unable to stop it. John Treloar gets the tap back. Big tap. Southern takes it centre half back. A floating punt kick. Ian Creeper takes the crumbs. Left foot kicks through the ball deliberately. Bubbles Bellinger underneath the ball there. He's the man in front, unable to complete the mark there. Laurie defending well on hands and knees as Guydra. He's unable to grab the ball. Back to Ian Creeper again. He butters up again. He grabbed the ball. Probably tackled high. The umpire's seen it that way. He'll get the kick. With a man the size of... It's pretty hard to tackle him anywhere else but high, probably. He kicks into the man of the mark. Probably the Cardinals in the football. Franks has cleverly tunnel balls the ball down to Franklin. Franklin under a lot of pressure there from Stephen Schultz. He's trying to sit over the ball. Umpire has seen it that way. Schultz there, a vice-like grip. It's not a long kick. Looking for Blacker, the ball's high. A one-hander tried there by Michael Butler, not completed. However, David Butler gets it through to Higgins, a long raking handball to Partington. Partington gives off cleverly to Higgins. That's good running football. Higgins gives off a lovely handball there. The player there lifted the eyes instead of looking at the ball. Watson, he's able to recover, however. It's a trip there. I think the umpire will pay. Partington's done it. Tumby Bay player just had a look then. Partington kicks, right foot kick. He was looking there for Higgins. I think he was trying a bit of a trick. It's good and back. Gives the handball to Dave Creddy. The handball wasn't good. Creddy very satisfied to see that one go out of bounds.
I think you were being kind when you said he was looking for Higgins. I think it was just a lousy kick. The ball's thrown in now. John Treloar goes for the tap. Comes to ground. Forced out by Spike Fitz. He's got the ball again. Nice short pass there. Malcolm Lauby, he runs down the wing, and it's a terrible kick. It's nearly hit me in the head. Right here in front of the wing. Partington take the ball. Looking for Higgins. Watson coming in from the side. He can't mark the ball. Comes to ground. John Treloar's got the run of the ball. Mick Lee's got it. A little short kick onto his right foot. Franks intercepts. The ball comes to ground, and there's a bit of a scramble and it'll be a throw up. Just forward to the centre. Franklin throws the ball up now. It's Butler and Treloar. Treloar slightly. Creeper tackled by Higgins. Another scrambly passage of play. And it'll be another throw up. Here we go again with Butler and Treloar. Backhanded by Treloar. Creeper, but it comes out with Michael Butler to Partington on his left foot, looking for Murphy. He can't mark the ball with Spike Fitz, and comes Creddy for Ramblers, looking for Malcolm Lauby. Back turns, he's caught, comes out, played on. Butler picks up the crumbs. A little short kick in there, looking for Cromer, but it's over his head. Lee gets the ball, scrambling at the moment. Watson makes the best of the mistake by the Rambler player, but his kick is offline. Goes out of bounds in the left forward pocket. It'll be a throw in, only 5 metres around from Tumby's attacking zone. The throw in now. King in front, taps the ball towards the goals. Gooden traps it well, he's playing well, kicks it out. Breeze holds the ball up now. King in front, the ball's knocked away from him. Treloar back in there, and the ball forced over the ground. No, Partington just keeps it in play. Watson in there to help. Kramer with a little short kick, but I think he's put it out in the full. Right alongside the post. And it'll be Crittenden to kick in. He goes wide, looking for Joe Blacker, but the ball swings back. Michael Butler in position. Off hands, Butler in there again. He's tackled. Malcolm Lauby's in front. Should have been paid. He was pushed in the back. Umpire decides he wants another throw up. 20 metres around, left forward pocket. Michael Butler, Treloar. Ball down to Chris Kramer. He can't control it and is forced over the boundary by Dowdle. Bit of a stalemate at the moment. Treloar gets the tap, looking for Blacker, bounces over his head, Partington intercepts, and as Lauby comes in, good bump. Higgins intercepts beautifully. Tony Higgins, that is, onto his right boot. And it's a lovely kick, but just touched there by Gooden. Comes off hands, and Gary King snaps a little goal from about 1 metre out. Good play there by Tony Higgins. He's been instrumental in the last 2 goals. Just shows you what you can do with good use of the ball. Takes the scores now. Tumby getting a small break. 8-4 to Ramblers 5-2. Still plenty of time for either side to win this game. It's been a reasonable standard for a B-grade game. Back to the centre now, and it's umpire Davey to throw up. Dallas gets the tap, but Tony Higgins intercepts. He's in everything at the moment. Out there with another good kick and finds Franklin on the half forward right flank. He looks to play on quickly. The ball's holding up in the air a bit. Creddy up. It's punched away from him from David Butler. Mick Lee get it. He's tackled. Gets his kick. As David Fidge meets the ball, drives it back into towards the half forward position. But Mark Crittenden's got the ball for Ramblers and kicks out looking for Malcolm Lauby on the wing. He takes a good mark in front of Watson. Looks to play on quickly now. Back towards the centre of the ground. With a poor kick over his head. Cave should have marked that. Fidge off hands. He's tackled well. Dowdle with the handball. It's into Ken Cox now. It's in half forward. He goes wide, but it's a poor kick. It's gone too far into the dead pocket. Clinton Dunn reads it best. He's kicked it out. Coming out of defence there, finds Buster Lockwood. He looks in for David Butler. Can't trap the ball. Joe Blacker wins the ball off him. Lockwood backing up well. Takes it onto his left foot. And a good mark by Partington. He was out positioned there, but somehow come out with the ball. A good handball across to Dion Watson onto his left foot. In looking for King. Could have almost been paid there. It was good defence by Gooden. He's playing well. Spike Fitz clears out to that outer wing side, and Ramblers are out of trouble. Dave Guider in the run of the ball. Butler in there. Franklin for Tumby. Bubbles Bellinger goes in. Spoils it. A bit of a scuffle on the ground over there. Bubbles is in there as usual. Sorry, Bubbles. Back to the game. It's Webb trying to pick it up. Kramer tries to get a handball out. The ball's forced wide. It's Button in the run for the ball. He handballs back over the top there looking for Kersley. Dave Creddy. I'll get those two mixed up. They're both solid boys. Blacker's in there fighting hard. It's a real scrambly passage at the moment. No one able to gain control. Out of side, half forward right for Tumby into attack. Throw up again. Dallas gets the tap. Knocked away by Blacker. Across to Schultz. Kramer in the run. Across to Butler on his left foot. Lauby knocks it out. But Kramer across to Watson with a good handball onto his left. Draws the player. Button chasing Watson onto his left foot. And could have finished that off a little better. The ball faded away to the right and it's only 1 point.
Tumby able to keep the ball in their forward zone so far this quarter. Point registered, good and about to kick in. Wind appears to have died down, but it's gusted pretty well through this match. Gooden decides now, kicks long, the centre half back. Up goes Malcolm Lowry. He's unable to complete that. A good effort. Spike Fitz recovers first. Onto the right boot under a lot of pressure there, able to get rid of the ball. Cox tries, unable to get it. Through to Brett Kersley. Brett Kersley ducks and weaves. Gives the handball over the top there to Cox. He's got the run of the ball. Handball's over the top, back then again to Kersley. Kersley kicks long to the goal front. It's going left, but underneath it, John Nagel unable to complete the mark, and the ball near the boundary line. Nagel's kept it in cleverly so far there under enormous pressure, and I think the umpire then throws the ball in. Nagel appealing for the free kick then, for over the shoulder. Ball comes in there, Cave punches the ball back infield to Butler. Butler under a lot of pressure, has to jam the ball onto his left foot. Not a lot of direction there. Ian Creeper's in there fighting for the ball. Clever handball to Schultz. Schultz jams it on the boot there, and I think rather fortuitously he's found Nagel in the left forward pocket. A hard fought goal there. Schultz has really made a bit of difference around the pack since he's come on, fighting hard for the ball. Ian Creeper, a great handball, and once again Nagel the focal point for the Rambler forward setup. He's lining up. It's a very important goal. Very experienced footballer. Very deliberate. He moves in. Umpire has a bit of a gallop, but he's got the ball. He's got the goal. Sorely needed goal there by Ramblers. 6-2. They've kicked straight, but probably 6-2-32. Tumby Bay 9-5. Umpire Davey throws the ball up. Darlitz and Butler in ruck, their respective sides. Decisive tap out there by Darlitz. Gets the ball down. Schultz again. He's running hard at the ball. In there too is Dave Gydra. Dave Gydra over the ball. Punched out there by the Tumby player. Kicked off the ground by Kersley towards the boundary line. There's a struggle for that. Bellinger's in there. And a throw in. Darlitz misses the ball there. Franks picks up the crumbs. Has time to steady. Kicks to Higgins. That's over his head. Lowry a bit quick for him. Onto the left foot looking for Cox. Cox under a lot of pressure there. Cleverly punched away there by Laurie. Schultz gains control of the ball. Loses it from a good tackle from Higgins. He kicks long to the centre half forward position. Mark pretty underneath the ball. He's able to get it. Watson through to... And Tom here putting the death knell on that one. Good movement of the ball though, and the running players really from Tumby really starting to have some effect here. Tom's not willing to make a comment after that. So it's Gooden to kick in. Must have just snuck in for a point. Not a lot of movement for Gooden. Kicks long, lovely kick. Underneath that's Blacker, unable to complete the mark. In after it again, Dowdle cleverly picks the ball up. He hand passes to Schultz. Schultz onto the left boot. Cave intercepts. And he finds Cromer on just the defensive side of half-forward flanks. He goes into the centre half-forward area. Strong mark taken by Buster Lockwood. He's quickly onto the left foot looking for Webb. Intercepted Murphy. Intercepted there by Spike Fitz. The ball comes out. Southern receiving a lot of attention there from Malcolm Lowry. He's in after the ball again. Buster Lockwood jams the boot on, bands the ball on the left. Salo again following the ball up, punches forward. And cleverly done. Payson Murphy, clever football. He's got off to Butler. Butler puts the ball in high. Mark Creddy under the ball, unable to complete the mark. Through there's Doug Dowdle, cleverly steals the ball. The handball wasn't great. He's backed up again, however. Well shepherded, gives the left-hand handball off there to Blacker. Blacker kicks downfield looking for Kersley. Kersley's taken the ball. He's pushed off it at the last minute, but he gets his kick in. Creeper's down there with the run of the ball. So is Trelaw. Ball still running there just inside the boundary. Fidge fighting for the ball. He's done that cleverly. With pace, gets away, kicks and finds Franks. He's got more real estate than Alan Bond. He takes off now. He's had a couple of bounces, kicks long, looking there for Watson. Watson completes the mark. He handballs off there cleverly to Higgins. Higgins probably dropped what he should have taken. Big Russ delivers the death blow there. There's a player down there. King's down in a very, very good attempt to take the mark. He's only winded though, I think, and he's up now. The ball comes out, however, to Paul Creeper. He's got control of it now. Kicks around his body, looking there for Gydra. Gydra's underneath the ball. Said 1 bite, 2 bites, 3. Umpire calls play on. Tumby Bay player there tries to claim it, and Laurie. Stalemate develops, and Dave will throw it up.
There goes the siren for 3/4 time, with Tumby leading 9-6, Ramblers 6-2. It's a reasonably handy lead, but the game's still not over yet. Tony Higgins had a great quarter for Tumby, instrumental in 2 or 3 of their goals. That quarter was good kicking to position.
It's been a hard-fought game. Ramblers probably kicking to the scoring end today in the last quarter, so it makes a difference. Wind probably just favouring that end a bit. Ramblers coach Bush really tried to fire up his players at 3/4 time. Tumby Camp sounded confident. Be interesting to see what effect that had. Siren goes, umpire Davey throws the ball up for the start of the last quarter. Indecisive tap. Ball comes down to Watson. He's tackled, dispossessed. Ball comes out to Butler. Butler kicks, smothered well there by Blacker. Ball comes down there to Jeff Laurie. Jeff Laurie dispossessed also. Stacks on the mill. Umpire Franklin will throw the ball up. See some pretty desperate football this quarter, no doubt. Up goes the ball. Trelaw, and once again an indecisive tap. Trelaw probably. Umpire's picked a free out of that. I don't know how. Cox has got the ball. He's got more strapping on than Far Lap. He kicks long, looking for Nagel. Nagel's caught behind, unable to complete the mark. Clinton Dunn gets away out to Cave. Handball comes out cleverly. Cromer on the left foot, but he's only found Malcolm Lauby. Malcolm Lauby, short left foot stab kick, looking for Gydra. Gydra on the chest safely. A good mark. Goes back. They'll be looking for the 2 big men in the square, no doubt. He kicks that way. Nagel this time's in front, but it's Lauby that comes through. Strength and height, hard thing to battle there. Lauby got a very important kick here. Straight out in front. Would only be 12 metres out. Comes in. Awkward kick, but effective. Kick that straight for the middle. A great mark there by Paul Avenue. Good start. The start that Ramblers were looking for. Up go the big ruckman. Trelaw, a decisive tap there, only to find Franks. He hand passes off, only to find Kersley there. A short left foot kick there, finds Cox. Cox high, under pressure. Once again, it's big Walrus Lowry. He's taken a great mark. Distance may just be beyond him. He's kicking slightly into the breeze. Moving in, didn't take much time. Kicks long. And he's kicked the goal. So that's 2 goals by Paul Lowry in the first opening minute of the game. A tremendous effort. Some of the Rambler players who have been walking around with their heads down for probably the last quarter and a half, starting to look up. That 22-point lead whittled away to 10 very quickly. important that Trelaw is probably winning the rucks at this stage. Throw up is not straight, doesn't favour either side, however. Stacks on the mill, in there's Blacker. Butler on the bottom of the pack. Umpire Davey once again throws the ball up. It's a better throw up. Indecisive tap. Trelaw goes down. In there's Joe Blacker fighting hard for the ball. In the cricket pitch there. Once again, a lot of players over the ball, desperate for it. No one able to gain clear ascendancy. A lot of players around the ball. Trelaw coming check side that stage, gets a big tap out to the wing side there. Higgins, however, grabs the ball. Underneath it is Button. Button takes a good mark, probably caught under the ball there a bit, but showed superior judgment in the end. He comes out to the attacking wing side underneath Joe Blacker. Joe Blacker up before acceptance, is unable to complete the mark. Ball comes to ground. Davey. They go again. Trelaw, superior body strength there. On the bottom of there is ball comes out from Blacker, cleverly tapped out. Long handball there from Trelaw through to Kersley. Kersley kicks around the body, finding Guy. Guy just taking the ball. He's got space. He moves in quickly. Has a look. He's got space. He may have run too far. Kicks up, puts it up. The ball is coming back. It won't come back far enough. Good, strong football there.
There's nothing in this game now with only 7 points, 8 points with the win favouring Ramblers in. This game is right on. It's Clinton done the long kick out at the outer side. Looking for Watson, he can't get it. It's tapped on by Fidge. Watson now, his kick is smothered. Watson back in there again, knocked off it by Cox. He set a couple of important touches early in this last quarter. Kicks it back towards Guider. His pace, well tackled by Butler. Recovers well, runs round one player and he's caught. He's holding the ball. Stephen Schultz that was. Tries to play on, but umpire Davey will make him come back and kick over the mark. Kersley on the lead, but he ignores him. Goes in long looking for Lowby. And he gets the ball. Thought he was out of position there, but he made good ground to get to it. Comes to ground. Ramblers in attack on that. A real scrimmage. There'll be a bounce up. I should say a throw up. They're throwing the ball up all day. Half forward right flank for Ramblers. Lowby gets the tap. Jeff Laurie in there. He can't pick it up. He fumbles a lot. Back in there again. Kicked off the ground by Lowby. But it's David Fidge, I think it is. Well, Michael Butler it is in the back pocket. Cox won't go back. He's getting a bit of help now from Butts. Kicks along towards the wing. John Trelaw up, and he's taken a good mark from behind. He's too tall on that occasion. Ramblers fighting back well in this last quarter. Come in looking for Lowby again. He nearly marks it again. Goes in there again, knocks it out. Rob Laurie's in there with a hip and shoulder. Schultz onto his right foot, brings it round. The wind's taken it and it's going to go out of bounds on the full alongside the right forward point post. Out of bounds on the full, and John Sutton will take the resulting free kick. Trying to steady play now. Kicks it wide. It's off hands, off from the Rambler player there. Higgins shows front spot, that's Andrew Higgins. Taps the ball on, can't pick it up. Now he has. He's well tackled there by Trelaw. Trelaw in again, he's tackled. Gets a handball out across to Spike Fitz. Tries to kick it off the ground, has an airy. A bit like me at golf. And the ball comes to a standstill. It's going to be thrown up again by umpire Davey. True outer wing position. Higgins against Trelaw. Trelaw bodies him out of it. Tony Higgins in, he loses control. Craig Franks, handball's out. Good tackle. Creeper in on his left foot. Jeff Laurie for Tumby, can't mark it. Paul Creeper on his right foot, goes in long looking for Lowby. And a good spoil there by Butler. Off hands to ground. Cave goes in, he's tackled without possession. Nagel appealing for holding the ball, but it won't go that way. And Clinton Dunn will take the free kick. Goes long down the centre now, looking for nobody, and finds Joe Blacker. It was a poor kick, he just looked blindly. Blacker goes in looking for Nagel, and he's in good position to mark this. I thought he was well sport by Dunn, but he's paid, perhaps it was for too high. It doesn't matter, he's got the free kick or the mark. He's only 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle, and the way he's been kicking, he could put the score within 3 points, and this game will really be on. Very deliberate. Lining up now for his 5th goal, and he's put it right through the centre. There's only 3 points of difference, 9-6 to 9-3. Tumby are going to have to lift to get back in this game. They're in front, but Ramblers are on top this first 10 minutes of the last quarter. Over to you, Cameron.
And Ramblers certainly starting with more purpose and more desire for the ball, and that really has seen them lift. Treloar winning some important rucks, have-outs. Lowby really taking some important grabs, and David Gydra starting to move the ball quite well. Stephen Schultz also has been a big contributor, and Joe Blacker starting now to come in the game. Up goes the ball again. Treloar bodied out of it too easily then. Higgins gets a very important tap. Butler under pressure gets a kick. Comes to Mick Lee. He kicks wide looking for Paul Creeper. It's smothered by Watson there. Recovering there is Chris Bowman. Comes out. Cromer. Yeah, sorry. And that comes to Buster Lockwood. He seems to have found space on numerous occasions today. Runs around the man on the mark. Has a bounce. Forced on the left foot. Kicks wide. The wind will take that further. Players fly high. Up there was Murphy. Murphy unable to complete the mark, and the ball being pushed wide by Tumby players there. Handball there. Comes to Cromer. Cromer kicks in long again. Underneath the ball there is Dave Critty. Dave Critty spills through his hands and taken through in the end by Tony Gooden. Mobbed by adoring fans as he goes into the crowd there, no doubt. So it's Gooden to kick in. It's wide to the outer side. It's a long kick. He's kicked out beautifully all day. Up goes Malcolm Lowby, unable to complete it. Grabbing that is Higgins. Higgins kicks long again. Some high flyers there. Unable to complete the mark there was Cromer, I think. Ball hits the ground. Franklin handballs. Doesn't go anywhere. Kick around the body there. Ooh, a big kick. Ball being forced out there. Some strong body play by the Rambler defenders. Tumby Bay once again through Higgins. He runs straight at the goals. Kicks low into the breeze and just intercepted there. Clever kick there. Knew he would make the distance. Kicked low to keep it out of the breeze. And only just there intercepted by Dave Crittenden. Dave kicks out now. Looking there for Malcolm Lowby. He's up high, interfered with, he thought. Higgins again. Kicks in there. Kicks it off the ground. He's running straight at the ball. Falls over at the vital moment. Comes through there to Franks. Franks handballs, drops the ball. Stephen Schultz and Franks having a wrestle for the ball there. Umpire calls a halt to proceedings to throw it up. The centre half forward position for Tumby. Indecisive knock again. Comes down to Cromer. Cromer gives off the handball to no one in particular. Comes, however, to Watson. Watson kicks around his body, hits Dave Critty on the chest, bounces off. In there is Murphy again, fighting hard for the ball. Umpire still hasn't called a halt to play. Dowdle, a strong tackle. So too Mick Lee. Avoiding the tackle there quite cleverly was Franklin. His kick, resultant kick, goes to Tony Button. Button kicks straight into a nest of Tumby Bay players. Kick goes quickly, handball to Butler. Butler kicks off the side of the boot here, taken by Button, tackled strongly, dropped the ball. Stacks on the mill again. Some strong football. Yeah, not wrong. There'll be a few very sore boys tonight, no matter what. Up goes Treloar. He punches the ball towards the boundary line. First to the ball there is Cromer. Cromer knocked off the ball but gives it to Franklin before he does. He kicks around the body and Gooden takes the ball close to the boundary line. He gets on with the play quickly. Comes out looking for Blacker. Blacker bodied under the ball there. Kick from Lockwood, I think, around the left, or by the left foot, comes through there to Murphy. Higgins runs in. He's had about 5 kicks in the last 3 minutes. Unfortunately, that one for Tumby Bay wasn't straight. Gooden waits to kick in. Goes long to the outer side, looking there for Mark Crittenden. Mark Crittenden cleverly punched it over the back. Looking there for Spike Fitz. Taken there by Fidge, I think. Watson Grant kicks long in. Gooden again. Evades 2 or 3 players. Kicks long. Looking for Partington. Partington spoiled from behind. Unfairly, says the umpire, and he's got the kick.
Partington looking for a lead now. Goes into the centre half forward position. Looking for King. It's ball from him. Blacker in there. Dowdle on the ground. Tries to get it out. Butler in there for Tumby. Kramer. It's a bit of a scrimmage. Ball tapped out by Ramblers there. Kramer tackles that player. Higgins, another tackle. The Rambler player's got it. 47 for Ramblers. He's forced it out half-back flank for Ramblers. Really tight now. Treloar and Higgins. Higgins with a slight advantage. Partington gets a handball out to Watson out the back. He goes short, looking for David Butler, who takes a courageous mark in front of the oncoming player. Taking his time. Looking for a lead. Everybody's still. Now they're coming. Fidge, and he's taken a good mark. Pretty tight angle, kicking straight into the wind. Tumby really need a goal here to get that little advantage they had before. A point would make them a goal up. Casual's looking kick. He's pulled it to the left side and it's only 1 point. Makes the scores 9-10 to 9-3. 7-point advantage Tumby's way. Plenty of time left for Ramblers to get back. This game a long way from over. Gooden kicks out. Slaw goes under it. Taken off hands by Higgins. He tries to handball out. Blacker traps it well. His kick smothered. Another scrambly passage and there'll be another throw up. Eastern side. Umpire Franklin about to throw it up now. Just forward to centre for Tumby Bay. Higgins goes up, puts a hand in the back, but he gets away with it. Tony Higgins onto the left boot. He's had a lot of touches this second half. Kramer tries to pick it up, throws the ball out. It's knocked on. There's Murphy and Spike Fitz going for the ball. Neither player can get it. Murphy traps it now, gets it out well. Tony Higgins, he dodges around. Evasive, good play, Tony Higgins. Kicks the ball into the goal. It was open. Nobody home. The ball bounces through for a point.
Tumby Bay locking the ball into their forward lines very effectively at the moment as Gooden kicks out to the outer side, no doubt, to the dead side of the ground. Looking for Treloar. Treloar's under it again. Read off hands beautifully by Mark Crittenden. There's a few steps and kicks low and long through there to Kim Cox. Cox turns, looking for a lead. Sees one, kicks a short stab type pass, looking there for Ian Creeper. Ian Creeper chasing Rob Laurie, forcing him to kick around his body. Ball goes high there, taken over the top by Kim Cox. Tumby player there in Southern thought he'd taken the ball, the man in front. Cox, however, with the ball. A wobbly old kick straight to Watson. Watson indicating he wants to go long, and he does, or tries to do just that, a tumble punt. Malcolm Lowby out there, unable to gain control. He's pulled off the ball there by Tony Higgins. Tony Higgins bounces once, is caught, but gets his kick away. Kramer out there with the run of the ball. Cleverly tosses the ball over the head, unfortunately intercepted by Mick Lee. Lowby coming through very strongly there. Craig Franks grabs the ball, comes out again. Some heavy body work going on there. Andrew Higgins there. Tony Higgins running in there to Ian Creeper. It was a clash of heads. I think there's a couple of Tumby players that don't look all that good. It's not. Spike Fitz anyway, he's got the ball. Rush kick, Partington claiming the mark, umpire not paying it. Murphy's got the ball, he swung off it. He's tackled again. And umpires paid a free, picked one. He wheels around in the right foot, passes accurately to Lockwood. Lockwood probably too far out to score, kicking pretty well into the teeth of this breeze today. Looking for a lead, not a lot of movement up forward. Goes long. Pulls it a long way left and a point. Tumby Bay pretty effective in keeping it in their forward area. 9 goal 357. Ramblers 9-12. Tumby Bay 64. Creeper a high kick under his brother Paul. He can't grab the ball. He's back on it now. Dive on it. Cave there. Good work there to Franks. Franks gets the handball out to Lockwood. Lockwood to... Couldn't see who that was. King's got it. Gives out a good handball there. That's good football. He kicks the goal. That's good constructive handball. Tumby Bay worked very hard for that goal. Been attacking or peppering the goals the last few minutes or so without any big result until that. Good running play. Some very tired players, a few down with cramp, a few starting to really look tired. But some good work there by the Tumby Bay forwards. Coming off now, Malcolm Lowby, and back on Bubbles Bellinger. Malcolm, problem with a broken toe, probably wouldn't help. Umpire Davey throws the ball up. Higgins up high against Lowby, gets a good tap down. Lowby recovers well for a big man. He's on top of the ball. Umpire Franklin comes in. Higgins there, up very high, comes to Paul Creeper. He snaps around his body, comes through there, coming through very strongly there with Southern. He gets his kick in very well, but unfortunately straight to Mark Petty. Spills the mark. Joe Black is there. Stalemate develops on the cricket pitch area. Now umpire will ball up.
About to throw up now. Andrew Higgins in ruck for Tumby. He's given Tumby some bites since going onto the ball this last 10 minutes. A bit of aggression. Kramer takes the ball, handball back. Schultz almost intercepts. Punched free now. Kicked off the ground there by Lowby. As Creeper picks it up onto Ian Creeper it is, onto his left foot. Looking for Kersley. He's bumped off beautifully by Dunn, but rides it pretty well. Cave and him wrestling on the ground. And it'll be another ball up at 50 metres out from Ramblers' goal. Trelaw, Cave goes through it with him. Down to Dowdle. He dodges around left onto his left handball across to Guidra. Dowdle back for the 1-2. Kicks it around looking for Nagel. Can't quite reach that player. Jeffrey Laurie taps it wide. Robbie Laurie defending well. Comes out looking for Southern. He's out wide. Comes out of defence now and Tumby out of trouble. Southern's kick is pretty wide. In fact, it's out on the full. Be taken in there by Joe Blacker, I think it is. Looks in towards the centre and Kersley's there all by himself. Bit of loose play there by the Tumby players. He looks across there looking for Nagel. Sport by Dunn. Cave takes it away and the Rambler player Crittenden all by himself. He'll drive the ball back in towards the centre half forward position for Ramblers. Wind holds that one up a little bit. Clinton Dunn in front, off hands to Lockwood. A little short kick, and there goes the siren. The Tumby players are pretty excited. They've turned the game around from last year, and they are on the receiving end.